just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's James Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep it going.
He has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Davis Price will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to run now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Play some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Rolling to his right. sack, and it brings up third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On third down, Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of winning the game. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Again, it's Mixon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run, 39 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2nd down and inches. And he's going to go down just outside the 5, right around the 6. Griffin Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw the first one of this game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Daniel Bellinger with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Lions 10, Vikings nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
The pass.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the gun to give to Mixon. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On play action, they'll throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Mixon will try the right side. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to Mixon on second down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. The Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And I felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by Myers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Inside handoff to Mixon. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Down inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Lions 17, Vikings 0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Henry Anderson there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Lions 24, Vikings nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Mixing up the middle. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 4. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Lions 34, Vikings nothing. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. We'll win. And my goodness, another interception. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings 39-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go down at the 28. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that sack. Oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. eat some clock with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. On the return, here's Agnew. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they work this way across the 45. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire